Hello there. Today I want to talk about the new man, what it means to be a new man, what it means to be this new creature, put away the old man, and all that jazz. Because everyone has it all crazy. Everybody has their own, version of what it means to be them new selves and go to church and become these new people and change their life, right? But the truth and the fact of the matter is it's different than what you're led to believe, especially in this world. They want you to think that this new person is built in, righteousness, in that outwardly you become a better person. And I'm not talking about godly righteousness, right? I'm talking about self-righteousness. So consequently, they look at what you do, your deeds, your actions, whether they can be your friend and let you get away with certain things or not. And it creates a lot of hypocrites. And it also leads a lot of people into despair and a really hard, difficult life of slavery, basically. And we want to be free of that. We want to actually experience what God is talking about. And it's going to sound weird, but it actually is a form of circumcision. And it's the circumcision of the heart that Christ performs, God performs. And it's without hands. So it's not a physical thing. And it's something you can't see. And it's not anything that you do on the outside. Okay? What it is a cutting off of the flesh, a different view of God, a different view of righteousness and what it means to trust in Him and not in your own works. That is circumcision, right? That's the circumcision of the heart. That's trusting in Him, and that is true righteousness that's imputed to you because of faith in Christ. And that's the new man. The new man isn't out trying to fix all his old problems. The new man is not out trying to hand out pamphlets or, pay his way to heaven by giving and doing good deeds or whatever. Okay? Good deeds are even twisted in this world. A good deed is not what you think it is, okay? A good deed is not giving the poor man $100 or whatever. No, the good deed is giving people Christ, giving the poor Christ, and poor in spirit. Not financially. I'm talking about the poor in spirit, the ones that are needy and need Christ, the ones that are hurting, the ones that are in torment and in pain, the ones that are beaten. They need Christ. They're poor. They're beggarly. They don't know what to do. And you come along and tell them of Christ. That is giving to the poor in a biblical way, giving them Christ, riches that don't fade away, that the moth won't eat and rust won't corrupt and all that stuff. This is all spiritual truths. This isn't something that you see, and it's rejected by men today. It's rejected by the world, and it looks gross to them because they're like, oh, you're just one of those new world people, those people that just can go live however they want and blah, blah, blah. You live how you want, sir. You live self-righteously and hypocritically. I live by the faith in the Son of God, right? I trust in Him that He gives me life, and I don't have to look at myself anymore. I'm free of all that. That's the new man. That's putting on the new man. I don't need to worry about my flesh. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to prove myself to God. Okay? And if I did have to prove myself to God, what does that say about Christ's blood? What does that say about His sacrifice? It says it wasn't sufficient. It says that I have no regard for it, right? It says He wasn't good enough. That's truly taking God's name in vain, right? Especially if you claim God and give him mouth service, right? But your heart's far from him. What that means is you're claiming God, but you don't see his name as having any power to save. Yet his very name is salvation. Okay? That is taking his name in vain. That's saying it's worthless. I need to work for myself. I need to do this to please God, to get to heaven. I need to be a good person, right? And you always see those memes and people saying, oh, I'm going to hell because I laughed at this or whatever. That is the old man. That's how the old people, the old men of mind think. That is how we thought from the beginning that God had respect of persons, and he doesn't. He doesn't respect our works. He doesn't accept them. They're filthy. You cannot be good enough. If you could be good enough, Christ died in vain. So just remember, the old man is always looking to perfect himself, to gain his own self-righteousness. The new man is always looking to Christ as his righteousness, Christ as his salvation, and Christ as his rest. And if I add anything to Christ, it adds a curse. It adds this stipulation. And I can't do that to anybody. I can't do that because then it condemns me. And when it condemns me, it's saying Christ wasn't enough. It's bigger than Christ. And that is not true. Nothing is bigger than Christ. Okay? His sacrifice is completely sufficient for every human that ever walked on this earth. Ever. All you have to do is trust in his salvation, that he can be the one to have the honor and the glory, right? And you don't care to have it. You just want to give it to him. Let him do it. Let him be your salvation. It's a freeing thing to just say, he did it all. He already died for sin. I don't need to worry about sin. I don't need to try to perfect myself or anything like that. True sin is not trusting in him. It's trusting in yourself.